President Trump took it all from Hillary Clinton by Rebecca O'Connell for Guerrilla News. During last year's presidential election, Donald Trump promised that as president he would get revenge on Hillary Clinton for all the corrupt and criminal things she has done to the American people. Now he is following through with this promise in a huge way. Freedom Daily reported that just days before the new year, Trump signed an executive order that will ensure 2018 looks a lot different than the past decade, and Clinton is getting hit particularly hard. On Thursday, Trump quietly signed an executive order that allows for the freezing of U.S.-housed assets belonging to foreign individuals and entities deemed serious human rights abusers, along with government officials and executives of foreign corporations, current or former, found to have engaged in corruption. These include the misappropriation of state assets, the expropriation of private assets for personal gain, and corruption related to government contracts or the extraction of natural resources. And the order doesn't stop there. On top of that, anyone who aids or participates in said corruption or human rights abuses by foreign parties is subject to frozen assets, along with any U.S. corporation who employs foreigners deemed to have engaged in corruption on behalf of the company. Needless to say, this will hit Clinton and her associates very hard, as she remains one of the most corrupt politicians this country has ever seen. Trump's order makes it so that anyone who has materially assisted, sponsored, or provided financial, material, or technological support for or goods or services to foreigners is subject to their assets being frozen. The Clinton Foundation will be hit directly by this order, as it has funded some of the biggest political scandals of our time. Trump's order also added 13 foreign individuals to a list of specially designated nations, SDN, maintained by the Office of Foreign Assets Control, OFAC, and several of them have ties to either the Clinton Foundation or to Clinton herself. In addition, the Treasury Department sanctioned an additional 39 people for a total of 52 under the new order, including the son of Russia's prosecutor general. The order says, I, Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America, find that the prevalence and severity of human rights abuse and corruption that have their source in whole or in substantial part outside the United States, such as those committed or directed by persons listed in the annex to this order, have reached such scope and gravity that they threaten the stability of international political and economic systems. Zero Hedge reports the Trump administration quietly issued an executive order, EO, last Thursday, which allows for the freezing of U.S.-housed assets belonging to foreign individuals or entities deemed serious human rights abusers, along with government officials and executives, foreign corporations, current or former, found to have engaged in corruption, which includes the misappropriation of state assets, the expropriation of private assets for personal gain, and corruption related to government contracts or the extraction of natural resources. Furthermore, anyone in the United States who aids or participates in said corruption of human rights abuses by foreign parties is subject to frozen assets, along with any U.S. corporation who employs foreigners deemed to have engaged in corruption on behalf of the company. In fact, anyone in the world who has materially assisted, sponsored, or provided financial, material, or technological support for or goods or services to foreigners targeted by the executive order is subject to frozen assets. The fund behind some of the biggest scandals in our nation's history, the Clinton Foundation, will be directly affected by this EO, executive order, that's derived from the 2016 Global Human Rights Accountability Act. The executive order immediately added 13 foreign individuals to a list of specially designated nations. Okay, we read that. So, including the son of, okay, as Zero Hedge explained. So, this puts her right in the target of this, because she actually also was selling information to China, like for the weapons and things, how it's made. She was selling that. She's involved in all of this. I mean, this woman, the corruption runs deep, and she's in everything that executive order states. She's involved one way or the other. How about the assets for her personal gain by selling the 20% of the uranium? So this is all going to go down, and it's going to go down heavy on her, that's for sure. I'm glad Trump made that executive order. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.